Boxing and politics go hand in hand. Any boxer worth their salt is a manager who's able to pick fights and earn them a long, unbeaten record. But up-and-coming boxer Callum Walsh is sick of the management and is planning to bring back the spirit of classic boxing to the ring. But who is he? And what does he think that boxing can learn from the UFC? Plus, how are politics getting in the way of a mega fight between Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury? Stay tuned for all that and more boxing news coming right up. You'd think that not many people would be listening to a boxer with a professional record of just 4-0, but Callum Walsh is a European gold medalist and is quickly earning a reputation for his mentality too. He said that he plans to bring the spirit of classic boxing back to the sport. What does he mean by that? Well, Walsh has said that he's willing to fight anyone at any time. He doesn't believe in being managed and building a perfect record to go and fight super fights. He said, "When I get to the top level, I'll fight anybody, anytime." Instead, he thinks it's normal for fighters to notch up a loss or two on their way up the ladder. He's appointed 2 champions in the UFC like Charles Oliveira, who've lost plenty of fights in the past but proven themselves worthy champions. Making the comparison with his own sport, Walsh said, "That's how I think boxing should go. Everyone should just fight each other at the top level, and one loss shouldn't make such a big difference to your career." Of course, that's easier said than done. There's a lot of money to be made in boxing, and protecting a young fighter's record to earn them a world title shot has become the most foolproof way of doing that. When Canelo Alvarez went up to light heavyweight and lost to Dmitry Bivlov, Oscar De La Hoya blamed his new manager Eddie Hearn for making the wrong move. Walsh might be right, but good luck trying to change boxing politics. Talking about boxing politics, Anthony Joshua's heavyweight title fight against Alexander Usyk is coming up this month. This time back in 2021, Tyson Fury was set to fight Anthony Joshua, but Deontay Wilder demanded a rematch. That meant that Joshua had to fight former undisputed cruiserweight Alexander Usyk. Usyk upset Joshua with a dominant victory, with Joshua even almost knocking him out in the final round. There weren't many moments where Joshua was able to catch Usyk out, and it's left many doubting whether a rematch is going to change anything. Joshua has plenty of work to do if he wants to compete on the same level, but a former opponent and champion, Joseph Parker, thinks that too many people are counting AJ out. Speaking to Sky Sports Office, Parker said, "Joshua can always be dangerous. He possesses the natural heavyweight ability to hurt people and to hurt other heavyweights." Parker thinks that the thing that could let Joshua down is his mentality. If he's not feeling comfortable, confident, and in control, then he could be in for another long night. But even if Joshua wins, he's threatened to snub the 3 belts he'll be fighting for. That's because he thinks that he doesn't get enough respect for the position that he's held as champion. He said, "I felt like I'm not getting looked at as someone who's a dominant heavyweight in the division. I don't want to be respected because of the belts I hold. I want to be respected because of the man you see. Sorry, AJ, but normally if you demand respect, it doesn't tend to come." Up next, is there an upcoming unification fight in the heavyweight division? And has Tyson Fury really offered to fight Anthony Joshua for free? So don't go anywhere. The holy grail of boxing is the undisputed unified title, but a fight like that depends on a lot of stars aligning, and most of them are political. But after the Usyk-Joshua fight, there could finally be one on the horizon. Tyson Fury has said that he's in positive talks for a unification fight with Usyk in the Ukrainian winds. When Fury announced that he would be fighting Joshua in Saudi Arabia in 2021, he said, "All eyes of the world will be on the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and I cannot wait to smash Anthony Joshua on the biggest stage of all time." But that fight fell through when Deontay Wilder and Fury set up a rematch. The rivalry between Fury and AJ has been building for years. Fury has called AJ a big bumdosser and vowed to knock him out within 3 rounds. There's been a 2-fight deal in place since 2020, but other fights have gotten in the way. It's viewed as one of the biggest heavyweight matchups in British boxing history, and it would cement Fury once and for all as the greatest heavyweight of all time if he won. In fact, even Joshua's promoter, Eddie Hearn, has admitted that Fury is better than his boxer. He said, "At the moment, on paper, Tyson Fury's the best heavyweight in the world." He went on to say that if Joshua could defeat Usyk, he'd be back in contention for that title. But handing Usyk his first loss looks like a daunting task right now. AJ and Hearn might be praying for a miracle. So what's next? Anthony Joshua doesn't seem to be the one on Tyson Fury's mind right now. He released an X-rated rant about former opponent Derek Chisora and dared him to sign a contract to complete a trilogy of fights. The Gypsy King had this message for the Brit: "You call yourself War, but you should call yourself Chicken because you're running from a trilogy for a career highest payday. Get the Contract signed. Fury fought Chisora back in 2011 and then again in 2014. The first clash ended in a unanimous decision, and it was so long ago that Fury still had hair. The second bout was stopped in the 10th round, with Chisora's corner throwing in the towel. Fury looked so comfortable throughout the entire fight that it's no wonder he wants a rematch. But it was Chisora who reignited their rivalry, when in an interview he said, "Listen, Frank Warren and the Gypsy Kings posse, just tell me when and where or what time and I'm there." Well, Chisora's last fight was last year. Fury had fights with Deontay Wilder and Dillian Whyte. But with a looming fight between either Usyk or Anthony Joshua, it's unclear which fight Fury would rather take. Though Fury's United States promoter, Bob Arum, has admitted that they would much rather fight Usyk. He said, "I just think Usyk is a better talent than Joshua." Unfortunately for the fans, it looks like the cards are stacked against a Fury-Joshua megafight. It's all well and good for fans to demand fights, but at the end of the day, many of the decisions are made between promoters. Famous promoter Frank Warren turned down a career-high earning for Chris Jenkins because Conor Benn was promoted by Eddie Hearn. The two have been reluctant to work with each other, and sometimes that can even get in the way of making money. And since Anthony Joshua is represented by Warren and Tyson Fury by Hearn, the matchup is extra difficult to make. But there could be some good news coming from Fury's camp. After he defeated Dillian Whyte in April this year, Tyson Fury announced his retirement. He said, "This is definitely the end of the Gypsy King, and I went out with a bang. Tonight was amazing, but this is the end." Now, Frank Warren has revealed that Fury can't wait to get back in the ring. When he spoke to TalkSport this month, Warren said, "Fury's got itchy feet at the moment. He wants to fight. I think he will return because he's a fighting man and he misses it." But Warren did say that they were both waiting to see what would happen between Anthony Joshua and Alexander Usyk. And Fury is so determined to fight AJ that he sent a video message out claiming that he would do it for free. That's right, free to air, no pay-per-view, and just for the public. It's a nice idea, but let's just wait until that gets past their promoters before getting excited. Fury may be in the game for the fighting, but his management are definitely still looking for a cut. Do you think that politics get in the way of boxing fights too much, or is it sort of working as it should? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again in the next one.